Hey everybody, this is Gus from Askewed Reviews, and it's definitely not Saturday, but I am doing another episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Unfortunately, I was at a convention this weekend, so I couldn't put this out Saturday, and then when I tried to do it the following day, I kept having technical difficulties, but now it's finally gonna be out. So if you don't know what Cinema Society Saturday is, this is where a bunch of us who absolutely love horror movies have all come together. We each week are given a random theme. We then partner up, give our partner a movie that fits within the theme, and then we review that film. Now, the theme for this week is. Oh, did you hear that? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I missed the ice cream man. Damn it. But anyway, our theme for this week was found footage horror. And my partner this time around was Manny Fresco or King Fresco, which, if you're not already following him, definitely go and do so. He's got some really interesting content, and it's always entertaining to watch where his thought process goes whenever he does his reviews. And this time around, Manny gave me the film of He's Watching. This is a 2022 film directed and co written by Jacob Estes. So let me tell you about the concept for this film. We have a sister and brother, Iris and Lucas, that are basically living on their own at the moment because their parents and unfortunately a lot of people in the world are dealing with some sort of virus that is infecting a lot of people and is potentially deadly. So while their parents are currently residing in the hospital, the two of them are trying to keep each other occupied and entertained because it's basically like the pandemic where they're stuck inside and can't really go anywhere, so they have to figure out some way of keeping themselves from going crazy. So, with this being a found footage film, the two siblings are pretty much recording everything to eventually show their parents when they hopefully get out of the hospital. Now, there is one additional viewpoint we see throughout this film, and that's from an entity known as the Closet Creeper. And this is the weird looking guy right up here that is kind of following these two kids, but it's interesting because his viewpoint is done through some sort of recording device that isn't actually there. So throughout this story, Iris and Lucas are trying to figure out, is this creeper person there to help them, potentially give them some information, or is just really messing with them and is potentially very dangerous? So right off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of found footage movies. And this one, it didn't really make me more interested in them, unfortunately. I liked the concept. I definitely liked the look of this creeper creature, but here's one of my biggest issues with this. I'm also not a big fan of artsy movies. And throughout points of this, and especially nearing the end of it, it gets very artsy, at least in my opinion. Now, I do think it is worth a watch for you to figure out for yourselves as to what you think about it. And if you do, or if you already have, let me know what you thought in the comments. But for me, on my scale, I'm giving this one a 2 out of 5. If you do want to watch it for yourself, it is currently streaming for free on Tubi. Now, going back to my partner, as I said, if you're not following him, please go and do so, not just because of his content, but you should be able to keep an eye out for the film that I give him to review, which was Willow Creek from 2013. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cinema Society Saturday. And of course, if you'd like to see what everyone else in the group did for their reviews, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.